As a teenager, I'll be honest, I was a complete mess. I played way too many video games, I did good enough in school but rarely gave it my best effort, and I didn't care at all about my health. To be completely honest, it wasn't until my late 20s and my 30s that I really started putting in more effort, holding myself to a higher standard, and demanding more out of life. And whether I'm trying to be healthier or make more money or have stronger relationships, I've realized one universal truth. Breaking bad habits is much harder than forming good ones. As an example, if you had to either start running 3 times a week or stop drinking alcohol entirely, most guys would go lace up their running shoes. But the silver lining is you can make a ton of progress simply by cutting out certain activities that aren't adding any value to your life. And that's what this video is all about. First, I want to thank Audible for sponsoring this video. Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and original entertainment all in one place. With your Audible membership, you get 1 credit each month that's good for any title in their premium selection, from best-selling novels to personal development books or business memoirs. You also get access to the Plus catalog, which has thousands of audiobooks as well as original shows, guided meditation, sleep tracks, and podcasts, including ad-free versions of some of your favorite shows. You can keep your credits for a full year so you don't have to worry about spending them each month. And if you don't like an audiobook that you got, you can just swap it out, so no risk or buyer's remorse. I've been a paying customer of Audible for many years now. I don't read that much, but I do listen to a lot of audiobooks, probably 2 or 3 per month, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. I usually listen when I'm working out or folding laundry, doing dishes, something where I'm physically occupied but my mind is free, and I'll often listen at 1.3 or 1.5 speed just to get through a book a little faster. I listened to one audiobook on Audible recently that completely changed the way I think about drinking. It's called The Easy Way to Control Alcohol, and I highly recommend it, especially if you've just ever thought about your drinking or your relationship with alcohol. It was one of the most impactful books that I've ever listened to, and I'll talk a little bit more about alcohol later in the video. New members can try Audible for free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Brock or text Brock to 500 to get started today. One more time, visit audible.com/BROCK or text Brock to 500 to try Audible now. Okay, let's talk about 6 things guys should stop doing. Number 1. Stop trying to be manly. As a society, I think we're way past the point of agreeing on a universal definition of masculinity. But no matter how you define it, one thing that's definitely not masculine is trying really, really hard to be masculine. And this is doubly true when you're going by someone else's definition of the word. Now, there are countless blog posts, videos, and podcasts dedicated to teaching men how to be more manly or masculine. And while many of them are legitimate, high-quality resources, let's be honest, a lot of them are just preying on men's insecurity and men's desire to feel more confident. And that's what it really comes down to, isn't it? It's about confidence, not manliness. We're told to grow bigger muscles and beards. We're told to learn how to pick up women and intimidate other men by being more aggressive. Why? Is this really the gold standard for the modern man? Can't we aim a little higher? In my opinion, a confident, high-value man is someone who treats other people with respect, and especially those who are less fortunate than he is. A good man provides for his loved ones. He follows curiosity and pursues his passions. He takes care of his body, and he's intentional about his appearance, including what he wears. Manliness has nothing to do with size or facial hair or game or riches. And whether you agree or if you have some other definition of masculinity, I urge you to stop pursuing someone else's idea of what it means to be a man. Number 2 is to stop drinking. Now, I'm not saying you should stop entirely, although it's not a bad idea for a lot of people. I'm saying that you should take a minute and examine your relationship with alcohol. Now, I've never had what most people would call a drinking problem. I'm not an alcoholic by any definition of the word, even though there is no official definition of the word alcoholic. But I've never had a DUI. I've never lost a job or a relationship due to alcohol. But I have thought about my relationship with alcohol. I've wondered at times over the years if I could go without it, if I liked it too much, what life would be like without drinking. Last year, I listened to an audiobook called The Easy Way to Control Alcohol by Alan Carr, and it totally changed the way that I think about the drink. After listening to this book, I decided to stop drinking for 100 days. And to be honest, it wasn't that hard, and my life either stayed the same or changed for the better in almost every way. I spent way less money, I slept more, I was in better shape, I was leaner, and I had more energy, and honestly, I did not miss alcohol at all, even in social settings. Now, after that 100 days, I did start drinking again, but not in the same way. And I can't say for sure that my relationship with alcohol won't change again in the future, but I can say that I'm so glad that I listened to that book. And if you've ever thought about your drinking, even if you don't consider yourself to have a problem, I highly recommend this book. I'll link to that one down below in the description. Number 3, stop looking at your phone. Most guys, myself very much included, are addicted to the digital junk on their phones. Breaking this addiction is a whole different topic, but as a starting point, I think you should stop looking at your phone in 2 places. 1 is the bathroom, and 2 is the bedroom. Do you remember using the bathroom before smartphones? It didn't take nearly as long. And if it did, it was a time that your mind could just wander, or maybe you'd read like a physical book or magazine. But now it's like just this chance to doom scroll through all these social media posts that you don't even care about. We're drowning in the shallows as a society. And so as a rule, just don't bring your phone into the bathroom. Just leave it on your desk or leave it somewhere else while you use the bathroom. And same goes for the bedroom. You know, if we keep our phones on our nightstands, many of us start and end the day looking at our phones. It's unnatural. In the morning, it raises your heart rate. It makes you anxious. You know, we should ease into our day. We shouldn't just start it by looking at our phones and emails and social media. And then at night, looking at that bright screen, it keeps us up later. It makes it harder to fall asleep. So even if you have your phone in your pocket all day, as a rule, try not to look at it in bed. Speaking of digital junk, number 4, stop playing video games. Gaming is another massive part of men's digital addiction. Some men can dabble in gaming without getting addicted, but many men have been caught in the gaming trap, and it's ruining their life. Now, full disclosure, I've played video games on and off over the years, and I don't think all of them are inherently bad. I even bought a Nintendo Switch just to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, and to be honest, it was great. Highly recommend that game, 10 out of 10. But after I was done, I didn't just move on to another game. I put the console away, and maybe I'll get it back out if there's another game that I really want to play, probably Breath of the Wild 2. But otherwise, I'm not going to play it. It's put away and it's out of sight, out of mind. Because I'm fully aware of how addictive modern games are, especially online multiplayer games, and I don't want to get sucked into that trap. I mean, so many guys in their 20s are already in that trap, but I've seen guys in their 30s and 40s and even older, spending 10, 20 hours a week or more playing video games. And deep down, we all know this is a waste of time. Like, everybody makes excuses. They say, well, it's online, so it's social, but be honest. We all know it's a waste of time. And you might feel like you can't stop, but I'm telling you, you can. It's not even making you happy. It's destroying your health and your relationships. But you know this, so you might feel like you're stuck. And if this is you, if you feel like you're just totally addicted and you can't stop playing video games, I'll link to a book down below in the description that will definitely help. Just remember, no one has ever been lying on their deathbed and thought to themselves, gee, I wish I had spent more time playing video games. So you might as well just stop now. Number 5, wearing clothes that don't fit. Since this channel is mostly about men's style, I had to include this one. Men need to stop wearing clothes that don't fit their body. This is by far the biggest mistake that I see men making when it comes to getting dressed. Every time I leave the house, I see a bunch of guys wearing ill-fitting clothing, usually clothes that are just too big for them. This totally ruins your appearance. It doesn't matter how awesome of a guy you are, how much money you have, or whatever else, how smart you are. If your clothes don't fit, it's going to detract from that initial first impression that you make on people. It's not going to enhance your appearance. It's not going to enhance your chances of making a connection with somebody or making a positive first impression. This is so easy to fix. Most guys just need to size down. So if you think that you're an extra large, you might actually look better in a large. And for all the clothes that you already own, just take them to the tailor. This is much cheaper than buying new clothes. It's shockingly easy once you do it a couple times. So find a tailor that you can trust and visit them often. If you're not sure how to do this, I'll link to my video guide that will show you how to find a tailor and kind of test them out down below in the description. This is the low-hanging fruit of self-improvement. Compared to like transforming your body or losing weight or gaining muscle, wearing clothes that fit is very easy. It's something you can literally do this week to increase your confidence. So trust me, stop wearing clothes that don't fit. And last but not least, number 6, stop buying stuff that you don't need. It is way too easy to buy stuff right now. One-click checkout, limited time offers, Instagram ads, cookies, paid reviews. The internet has made it really easy to stock up on stuff we don't need. And honestly, it's no wonder that minimalism, or the idea of minimalism, is so popular right now. People are drowning in credit card debt and they're surrounded by things that they don't actually need or want in their life. Just go to your Amazon purchase history. Seriously, like, pause the video, go to your Amazon purchase history for like the last 6 months. How much of that stuff do you actually need? Like, how much of it do you use right now today? Or how much is just collecting dust? I mean, does anybody need a brand new car every few years? What about the billions of dollars every year that are spent on vitamins and supplements and we don't even know if they work? The truth is, most of us just buy too many things. And as the old Fight Club saying goes, the things that we own end up owning us. And this is kind of true. And that's why it feels so good letting go of things, donating a bag of clothing and just cleaning out your closet. But if you immediately fill that void with new stuff, it doesn't really solve the problem. It's just a band-aid solution. It's treating the symptom. So next time you're getting ready to click that buy now button, you've got your finger hovering over the button, just stop for a second and ask, do I really want this? Do I need this? Maybe give it 24 hours, sleep on it, leave that item in your cart, and then the next day, if you still want to buy it, if you still really think you need it, go for it. Just try to avoid those impulse purchases and make sure that you're not buying stuff that you don't actually need that's just going to feel like a burden in your life 6 months from now. And never, ever buy something with a credit card if you don't have the cash in the bank to cover it. In conclusion, I hope this video was helpful, and while you're watching this, if you found yourself kind of shaking your head thinking, man, I should stop doing that, I challenge you this week or today even, pick one of these 6 things and just stop doing it. Try to cut it out of your life. And if you have anything to add to this list of things that men should stop doing, leave it down in the comments section. I read every single comment. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish.